Yeah, I'm totally fired up today. Are we rolling?
We are rolling.
Nice. Hey, I'm challenging you to watch this. Yes, you. If you're an agent or a team lead or broker and you look at your real estate license as a business and you're business minded, you need to stop, put away the distractions and listen to this because you're getting left behind. 80% of agents and brokers in the real estate industry don't understand the revenue sharing model at EXP at first glance, because it takes some time, some effort to simply do the math. You think you get it, and then you never look at it again. I know hundreds of agents that looked at it once or twice, and then a year or two later looked at it again, and then they finally understood what it meant for them in their future, and then they couldn't jump ship fast enough. Like Blockbuster to Netflix with video, this is a real estate disruption that is happening worldwide with this model, and you're missing it. The company actually splits the revenue, not the profit, but the revenue 50-50 with the participating agents. I recently met a broker who brought his entire brokerage of 900 agents into EXP. This is one of many, many teams and brokerages that have made the flip even recently. So stick around and see why EXP is creating more millionaire agents than any other company in history and why it's the fastest growing platform, I meant to say brokerage, in the world. EXP revenue sharing model is by far the best thing that ever happened for agents in the industry ever. This is ground shattering and will go down in history as one of the most massive shifts and disruptions in real estate. Watch right to the end because in the video, I'm gonna give you an example of how messed up, in a good way, this is and the total potential of the revenue share program. It's like they screwed up the formula. Remember the IKEA commercial where the lady, looked at her receipt at the cashier and then thought they made a mistake and started running through the parking lot yelling, "Start the car! Start the car!" Well, it's kind of like that. At first glance, it looks okay, but it's way bigger than okay. And here's the thing, if you're an agent planning to grow a team, or you're a team or a brokerage, you're doing this anyway. Here's how it works. For participating agents, you can invite or sponsor other agents, teams, and brokerages to come to EXP. So let's look at this model. So at EXP, the brokerage split is 80-20. 20% of the commission goes to EXP and caps at $16,000. After that, it's 100% commission. So another way to look at it is once an agent's earned $80,000 in commission, they pay 20% of the 80K to EXP, which is $16,000, and now they're at 100% commission. It's not the lowest, it's not the highest, but you get the idea. So you're on top, and below there are 7 levels. When you sponsor an agent and they license at EXP, then they go into your first level. When they sponsor an agent, that agent would go into level 2. And when that level 2 agent sponsors an agent, they go into level 3 and so on and so forth until you hit level 7. Now each level, as you can see on the far right side of the graph, shows an amount, and that amount is the maximum you get paid for each agent per year. So if you sponsor 10 agents who hit their cap, then you get paid $28,000 in that year. It's not bad. That takes care of a pretty nice car payment. So here's where it gets interesting, and keep listening because the human brain can't comprehend the amount of duplication. So if those agents sponsor, let's say 5 agents on average, over time, that would be 50 agents on your second line. And let's say the second line of agents, each sponsors 2 agents, they go into the third line. So that would be 100 agents just on the third line. So on your first 3 lines, you have a total of 160 agents. That's the power of duplication. So you saw how much you can make with 10 agents on the first line. Now there are 160 agents on 3 lines. Well, I'm conservative, so out of 160 agents, are all those guys gonna hit their cap? I doubt it. No, because the average agent does about 6 or 7 deals a year. Some do more, some do way more, and some do less. That's why it's an average, right? So instead of doing that monetary math on that one, let's do another example, and then we're gonna do the math and show you how much it adds up to. So here's the part where everybody stops. but you got to keep going because this is where it gets really interesting. I'm a skeptic, so I want to be conservative. So this is going to do nothing but blow your mind. Let's take an average number of properties per year at 6, and let's say the average price is $275,000. So nice and conservative, and that's at a commission rate of only 2.5% because not all are going to be at 3%, right? So we're being conservative. In my market, you know what, sadly, that's closer to 2%. So let's say an agent comes into EXP and let's say he's a good guy, he's been around for a little while, he knows a few people, but he's not a recruiter, he's an agent, and he's more interested in collaborating with agents and just building his real estate business like all of us. So because he's a good guy and he knows a few people in the industry, he gets agents asking him about EXP and he's told a few people about it and he's been loving it. So every year he casually sponsors 5 agents and does this over a 5-year period. At the end of 5 years, he has 25 agents on his first level, okay? Over the 5-year period, those agents each brought in 5 agents and they're on line 2. Then those agents, they weren't as good, but they still sponsored 3 agents that go on line 3, and then, you know, not as good all the way down because we're going with averages, and they sponsor 2 agents each. They go on line 4, and then they sponsor only 1 each for line 5, and then again, it's an average. So let's just say half an agent on line 6, and then there's nobody on line 7. What do you think the average amount of money per year paid out would be on that? So again, 25 agents sponsor 5 agents, who sponsor 3, who sponsor 2, who sponsor 1. And those guys haven't been around very long. So, you know, at last guys, they only sponsor half an agent because we're just going with averages, right? And enough time hasn't gone by that we filled up that 6th and 7th line. So this is the amount, and the math is correct. It's $1.7 million per year. I assure you, this is totally correct. That is the power of compounding and duplication. Okay, so here's another example. Another guy comes in, he's a bit conservative. So instead of 5 a year, he wants to be conservative and he does 3 per year. For 5 years, which is 15, and those are on his first line, and each of those 15 sponsor 5 each over time, and the same model as last time, then 3, then 2. But he doesn't have enough guys on his first line to open up line 5 and line 6 because he'd need another 5 for line 5 and he'd need another 5 guys to open up his line 6. So he doesn't make any revenue on those 2 lines. So 5, 6, and 7, he's not making any revenue. Any guesses as to what it would be? Well, $655,000 per year ain't bad. Start the car! Start the car! This is absolutely real. Full disclosure, this is an example. It can't be taken for exact. Everyone has different results. But I know there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of realtors in EXP that this alone has changed their life. Stop paying your broker and getting nothing in return. What is your brokerage doing for you? What are you doing for your team? This isn't only for you, but this is also for the agents at your brokerage or your team members. Can you imagine being the leader that is able to help them change their lives forever with collaboration? Aren't you doing this already? Collaborating with other agents worldwide, revenue sharing, stock awards. I've seen people at events in absolute tears hugging and thanking their sponsors because that agent in EXP took the time to show them all of this, and it changed their life and their family's life forever. So think about the agents you lead and how you could be that person that they'll thank for the rest of their life. If you want to learn more on a personal basis, feel free to text me at the number on my screen. Hey guys, thanks for watching, and don't forget to check out the other videos in my EXP in 5 minutes series, healthcare, stock awards, and all the other great things about EXP like collaboration. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you soon.